Hello, everybody. Good evening. Sorry we're late. Had a little bit of a holdback, a setback, just holding us back for a little bit. But we're here now. Uh, so, thank you, everybody, for coming. Once again, we apologize for our tardiness. And this is the Disorderly Tick with my streaming partner, Molly Oleander.
Thank you, everybody, for coming on in. I was the holdup. I went to bed with a headache last night and have stayed asleep most of my day and hopped on rather late. And the tick, a professional as always, was just making sure I was okay. So going onward, folks, it is winter time. We are snowed in here on the coast. So why don't we dive on into our next part of Planescape Torment? Tick, do you mind if I could take a look?
Yep, I was just about to start streaming for you.
Thank you. All right, everybody. I hope you're nice, cozy, and warm. Go ahead and get started. Back to you, Tick.
All right. So, in last session, we continued to explore the clerk's ward of Sigil more, talking to more NPCs, finishing more side quests and such. And at the end of the last session, we entered here, or this place, the brothel of sating intellectual lusts. This place is run by the Sensates, a faction of Sigil, which is made up of people who try to experience everything that the senses, everything that they can perceive with their senses, in order to experience the multitude of the planes.
Done.
Fall from grace. Before you is a stunning golden-haired woman, dressed in an azure and violet dress, with two long, elegant wings draped across her shoulders. She is surveying the room with a slight smile. She is easily the most beautiful woman you have ever seen. Greetings.
Well met, traveler. How may I help you?
The woman turns as you address her. She takes your measure, then nods slightly. You notice her eyes are azure, the exact same color as her dress. She reaches up to brush back a stray lock of golden hair. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am called Fall from Grace. She studies you for a moment. You are new to Sigil, are you not? No, I suspect I've been here for quite some time, actually. Fall from Grace raises an eyebrow. Indeed. Yes, but that is a long tale, perhaps longer than I know. I'm more interested in what this place is. This is the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. She studies you for a moment. I take it by your question that you did not intend to partake of this establishment. Brothel of slating intellectual lusts? What kind of brothel is this? I established this brothel to give those lustful fervors that strike the mind more avenues of expression rather than the simply carnal. Much pleasure can be had in conversation and engaging in the verbal arts with others. Sounds dull. I assure you, it is not. Toward the brothel, see for yourselves. So this is a brothel, where there's no intercourse? Only of a psychological nature. Rest assured, it is still quite stimulating. I have to ask, why did you establish such a place? Fall from Grace raises an eyebrow. That is an odd question, she frowns. I don't think anyone has ever asked me that, at least directly. So, why did you? Part of the answer to your question requires that you know that I am a member of the Society of Sensation. Our faction believes that one should experience as much of the multiverse as possible. And that is why you established this place? This brothel is intended to slate the lusts of even the hardened intellectual. It is designed to stimulate the mind, to heighten one's awareness of themselves and others, to create new ways of experiencing another person. It is for those who seek something more than the shallow physical pleasures that fill the hive and lower wards. I see. So this establishment just encourages intellectual fencing rather than, well, the other kind of fencing. The women here must be special indeed. Hello, Dragon Monstars. Hello, Killer Funtines. Welcome. Good to have you.
Welcome, everybody.
The women here are aspiring sensates. They have come to me in search of instruction, to prepare themselves to enter the faction. Also, many of them have a natural grasp of language that can shatter the crust of the most hardened individual. I see. So the ladies here are ladies in training, so to speak. Yes. I hope that by learning the art of language and its subtleties, that the patrons and the students here may learn more about themselves. One is only as limited as their command of the language. To be able to employ language to evoke emotions in others is a tremendous skill. I see. Can I ask you some other questions? Yes? Those wings on your back. What are you? She's one of the fiends, one of the succubi she is. She'll take your measure, then she'll take your soul to the lower planes, so she will. Your companion is correct. I am a lesser Tanari, more specifically, a succubus. She gives a soft sigh. I'm afraid we're a little too common in the lower planes and elsewhere for our own good. Most of my race spend their time seducing mortals with various pleasures of the flesh. And you?
Updated my journal.
I'd like to think that I have distanced myself from that. It is ultimately a trivial and non-productive way for one to spend one's time here in the multiverse. There's much more to life, wouldn't you agree? Perhaps so. Can I ask you some other questions? Can you tell me more? Tell me about the Sensates. The Sensates are the faction of Sigil that is devoted to experience. Without sensation, we are blinded to much of the multiverse. Thus, Sensates seek to experience as much as possible. When all is experienced, then the truth of the multiverse shall reveal itself. I see. Can I ask you some other questions? I came here looking for help. Perhaps you can help me. Help? What kind of help were you looking for? I seem to have lost my memories. In so doing, I've lost myself. You have been stricken with amnesia? Falcon Grace looks pained. How terrible! Do you have any idea how it happened? Not really. At least not that I can remember. I woke up on a slab in the mortuary, and everything before that is black. You awoke in the mortuary? I think the dustman mistook me for being dead. Or I was dead. Or something. All I know is that I regenerate wounds quickly. I could be immortal, but I don't even know that for sure. Falcon Grace seems to be appraising you with renewed interest. Those scars on your body. She reaches out a hand, as if to touch you. May I? Sure. Falcon Grace drags her finger across your chest slightly, tracing the edges of your scars and following the curves where they blend into some of your tattoos. She seems fascinated. These scars do look as if they would have taken several lifetimes to accumulate. They certainly do, though some are more recent. Falcon Grace steps back. Some of those wounds would have been fatal to a normal man. She taps her chin, thinking. What do you intend to know? I need to get my memories back, and my life back. I intend to scour the plains and search inside myself until I can piece together who I am and what brought me to this state. Falcon Grace is still thinking, her finger rapping on her chin. I must say, I've never met a man who had lost himself in the literal sense. She raises an eyebrow. Forgive me, but your condition is intriguing. It is that. Fall from Grace nods. If it will help, you are welcome to tour the brothel. Several of our students are well versed in the verbal arts. Perhaps some of them will be able to rekindle your memories. I'm grateful. I may go speak to them. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
He's a unique being. I really like that idea.
Okay. Kisai Ceres. This alarmingly voluptuous woman has a thick mane of wavy, raven-colored hair, bluish skin, and shimmering crimson eyes, like rubies which have fires lit behind them. Though she is not beautiful in the typical sense of the word, her features are exotic and not altogether unattractive. Greetings. The woman's voice is deep and sensuous. And my greetings to you, sir. Her burning eyes roam over you. I'm Kesai Ceres. So tell me, what might I do for you, Anything! Moore cries. Do anything you want to me! Kesai laughs heartily, revealing canines long enough to be considered fangs. She shakes her head and smiles at Mort. Truly, though, please. What can I do for you? Well, what do you usually do for patrons? Talk, of course. Usually about dreams, often those erotic in nature. But not always. Kasai winks at you, smiling. So, would you like to tell me yours? Don't be shy. I've heard everything, you know. Nothing will shock or surprise me, and I so love to hear people's dreams. You can trade if you'd like, too, but you must go first. I don't have dreams, actually. Kasai arches her eyebrows in surprise. Truly? How sad. Even fiends and devas dreams, you know. Their dream, you know. Are you certain you don't? Quite certain. No dreams at all. Too peculiar. I'm at a loss as to what to say. Well, I did have some questions. Kasai blinks her crimson eyes at you, awaiting your question. If you don't mind my asking, what are you? Kasai shakes her head. What, you can't tell? She draws herself up, thrusting her ample bosom towards you. A woman! She raises an eyebrow. I can see my answer doesn't please you. I'm plain touched, actually, like your friend here. Kasai indicates Anna. That's all you need to know. I had another question. What are you doing here? Entertaining your questions, it seems. She winks at you. Really, though, I'm a student of Mistress Grace's. All the prostitutes in the brothel are. A student? That's right. The brothel is actually a school for women who are thinking of becoming sensates. Mistress Grace teaches us the ways of language so that we can better identify with ourselves and those around us. It lets us experience the planes more fully, you know? Tell me about the sensates. The Society of Sensation believes that the multiverse can only be understood by experiencing it. The more you experience, the closer you are to understanding the dark of the multiverse. Intriguing, huh? I think I was born to be one. I just want to know things. Can you tell me about this place? Certainly. The brothel of slating intellectual lusts is actually a school for women who are thinking of becoming sensates. Mistress Grace teaches us the ways of language so that we can better identify with ourselves and those around us. It lets us experience the planes more fully, you know? Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? No, nothing. Are you sure? You seem suddenly upset. She narrows her red eyes at you. Of course I'm sure. Don't ask me of her again. Farewell, then.
She was clearly high of something.
Yves the Tail Chaser. This fetching young woman has a faraway look in her soft, sea-green eyes. Greetings. Greetings. I'm Yves, the Tail Chaser. What a coincidence! I too chase tails. Yves continues, unperturbed. Have you come to trade tales? I'd like to trade tales. Yves nods. I would like that very much, yes. Tell her the story of your waking up in the mortuary. Yves leans forward as you tell the tale of your awakening in the Dustman's mortuary. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you. I shall remember this tale. I, too, will tell a tale of the Dustman. Chapters of dust. I think that meant to say tale. Go on. There are chapters in the Dead Book, the massive tome which the Dustmen keep that records the passing of all that lives into the eternal boundary. In this book, there are chapters that are naught but dust, and it is believed that the names therein are lost souls who cannot die, but must suffer life eternally until history itself dies and grants them release. Hi Charlie, welcome. Good to have you.
Hey, Charlie!
I have another tale to share with you. Tell her the story of the Alley of Lingering Sighs. Yves leans forward as you tell the tale of the alley giving birth. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you. I shall remember this tale. And now, I have one for you. Before I begin, I must ask, do you know what a modron is? Yes. Then I shall tell you the tale of the clock and the quadron. Go on. Once upon a time, there existed a modron. It was newly created, its logic fresh and untested, and it had come to Sigil, following the commands of its modron superiors. Go on. It knew of nothing but commands and dictates, of obedience and passing along the orders of its superiors. For you see, modrons are only aware of the commands of their immediate superiors. They have no grasp of a higher authority. Until this one. One day, it came upon a small shop within which there was a small clock that could no longer tell time. It was cracked along the edges, the wheels of its hands broken. The modron immediately set itself to work at getting the parts to fix the broken clock. It made a new wooden housing for the clock's parts, replaced the bent springs, carefully filed and oiled the clockwork machinery, and carved new hands from the sparse metal available to it. The newly repaired clock's precise ticking reminded it of the great scars of Mechanus, the great gears of Mechanus, and it comforted it as much as anything may comfort a modron. And what the modron never came to understand was that it truly loved this clock that it had worked on, and for reasons it could not explain, elected to remain in Sigil and be with the clock for the rest of its years. Tell her the story of the Dream Builder. Yves leans forward to tell you as you tell the tale of a man who lost his ability to dream and commissioned the construction of a device that would allow him to dream once more. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you. I shall remember this tale. And now, I have one for you. The Beekeeper's Tale. Go on. Once upon a time, a man came onto a field of hives. Upon this field, he heard thousands of bees, but there was not a single bee to be seen. Amongst the hives walked a beekeeper, who was extracting the honeycomb from the apparently empty hives. Yet despite the lack of insects, the drone continued. The man was mystified. He made to speak with the beekeeper, who lifted his hood to reveal a creature made entirely of bees. A mouth-shaped depression formed in the mass of insects, which made up the thing's face. The depression Okay. The depression moved as the creature spoke, but the drone was such that its words could not be understood. The man died at that moment, trying to understand what it was that the beekeeper said. Tell her the story of Reekwyn's curse. Yves leans forward as you tell the tale of Reekwyn's odoriferous curse. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you. I shall remember this tale. And now, I have one for you. The Gilded Tale. Upon the plain of Ysgard is the Gilded Hall, where those sensates that seek the pleasure of gullet and loin can be found. They indulge these passions in earnest, never realizing that the doors of the hall never open and that there is no clear path back to the civic fest hall. They are the unwanted sensates, the ones that do not truly believe in the faction, but instead seek only pleasure for pleasure's sake. Are prisoners who do not realize they are such truly prisoners? Ask one of your companions if they have a story to tell. Yves awaits your story patiently. Mort, do you have a story to trade? Me? Why do I have to tell a story? Just tell a story, Mort. Fine. An elderly man was sitting alone on a dark path, right? He wasn't certain of which direction to go, and he'd forgotten both where he was traveling to and who he was. He'd sat down for a moment to rest his weary legs, and suddenly looked up to see an elderly woman before him. She grinned toothlessly and with a cackle, spoke. Now your third wish. What will it be? Go on, Mort. Third wish? The man was baffled. How can it be a third wish if I haven't had a first and second wish? You've had 2 wishes already, the hag said. But your second wish was for me to return everything to the way it was before you had made your first wish. That's why you remember nothing, because everything is the way it was before you made any wishes. She cackled at the poor Burke. So it is that you have 1 wish left. All right, said the man. I don't believe this, but there's no harm in wishing. I wish to know who I am. Funny, said the old woman as she granted his wish and disappeared forever. That was your first wish. Yves smiles. An interesting tale, Mort, and now I've one for you and your companion. The Fiend's Game. A fiend sometimes wandered the wilderness of a certain prime world in the guise of a friendly old man. One day, he came upon some hunters in the wood. What are you doing? The fiend asked. The hunters told him, and the fiend nodded. I have never been on a hunt before. The hunters invited the old man to come along, and the group eventually came upon a glade where several deer were grazing. The hunters carried crossbows, but did not fire, and the fiend asked them why. They are unarmed, the hunters chuckled, patting their crossbows. We hunt nothing that does not have the ability to defend itself. After all, where is the sport in that? The fiend nodded at this, and promptly gated in 3 of his fellows. The hunters led them on a merry chase, but eventually they were caught and eaten. Right, the fiend promptly gated. Yeah, I guess what this is saying is that the fiend hunted the hunters after hearing that.
Oh no. Good tale, though. You may not always think you're the hunter you are. Sometimes you just prey.
Anna, do you have a story to trade? Aye, I'm no good at telling such things, I'm not. She frowns and waves her hands as if trying to shoo away the idea. Don't be asking me for such nonsense now. Eve smiles at Anna, but I would very much like to hear your story. Please share your story, Anna. Come on already, Fiendly. You already have one tale you won't part with. Anna looks uncomfortable, her tail lashing slowly back and forth. Well, I know one story. She suddenly becomes angry, glaring at Jeeves. But you might not like it, you won't, so don't be blaming me for your choking it out of me. Go ahead, Anna. Anna scowls, then finally relents with an exasperated sigh. I heard a story when I was a wee lass. This Burke's walking home real late, near Antipeak, and passes this old toothless crone in a dark and otherwise empty street. Where you going? She asks him. Home, to me wife and Kip, he says. Near the slags? She asks him. Sure enough, he says. So she asks him a favor. To take a box she's got to Debtor's Pit and give it to the woman there. Now this Burke's a real sap, too nice to say no despite the fact he's sure something's not quite right about this old crone, and agrees. But what's the woman's name, he asks. Where does he live, or she live? Where should I look for her if she's not by Debtor's Pit? The woman hands him the box, a wooden thing, wrapped in colored cloth, and tells him to just go, and she'll be there. Finally, she warns him, and whatever he does, do not open the box. So he takes it home with him and hides it in the rafters, thinking he'll bring it by Debtor's Pit when it's light out. His wife, though, seeing him hiding the box, gets right jealous, thinking it's a gift for a lover or son, and opens it up as soon as he's not looking. Well, it turns out the box is full of gouged out eyes and severed male members with the hair still on them. Her scream brought the Burke running. He remembered what the crone said, got right scared, and wrapped the box back up. He went out straight away to Debtor's Pit, and sure enough, there was another old hag waiting there for him. He enters the box, and she says to him, "This box has been opened and looked into." The poor Burke tries to deny it, but she gets this dreadful look on her face. "You've done something horrible," she tells him, then disappears. That done, he hurries back to his kit. He's feeling ill when he gets back, and takes to bed. His wife bitterly regretted opening the box and all, but it was too late. The next day he died of a rotten disease, and the first things to go was his eyes and stem. Anna nods grimly, her tale complete. Eve smiles. That was a wonderful tale, Anna. You should never hesitate to share it. Now I've one for you and your companion, the parched land. Go on. Once, a large village was struck by a terrible drought. A farmer journeyed to the worshipping stone, and again implored it as to the cause of the drought. He asked the stone why it did nothing when the fields were parched and dying, why the animals and the people suffered while the stone did not a thing. Have we not given enough offerings? The farmer asked, begging almost upon his hands and knees. But the stone did not respond. It merely sat and cast its shadow. Dakon, do you have a story to trade? Dakon nods solemnly. I shall impart the tale of Akali drowning. Dakon tells the story of Akali, a foolish Givsarai of myth who had become lost in the chaos of Limbo. Normally, a single Givsarai may use their focus and mental discipline to form the chaos around them into a small, habitable environment. Akali, however, asked so many useless and unfocused questions in her quest to return home that her isle of matter dissolved around her, and she drowned. Eve smiles. Fascinating, Dakon. Let me share with you and your companion another version of your tale that I have heard. Dakon looks attentive, and perhaps a little surprised. Go on, Yves. Yves goes on to tell a different version of Dakon's tale, in which Akali was driven from the Givsarai city of Shrakat Lore for her constant, useless prattling. One day, she encountered a Sladi on his way to the spawning stone. She hastily erected a wall of chaos matter, which even the ravenous Sladi found difficult to break down. Hungrily, it waited, and spoke to her through the wall. She asked it questions, and as she became more absorbed in her pointless queries and the Sladi's answers, Her own wall decayed and collapsed upon her, and thus she drowned in the matter of limbo. Actually, Eves, let me ask you a question. Why are you called the Tail Chaser? Once upon a time, a girl came to an oracle who was rumored to know many things and asked of it a boon. Her life was in need of direction, so she asked this oracle as to what would give her purpose. Go on. Now, the oracle was not evil, but it was vague and tended towards drink, which caused it to be obscure in many matters of judgment and focus. Its only answer to the girl's question was that within one story she would hear in her lifetime was the truth that she sought. The girl often collected stories, which she chases to this day, not knowing which of the thousands hold the truth. Such is the danger of a foolish question and the wisdom of an unspoken one.
That's gorgeous, actually.
What are you doing here? I collect tales and trade them with others who've tales of their own. Can you tell me about this place? That is part of Mistress Grace's story, which is not mine to tell. She has said that when she nears the end of her years, she shall tell me, and only if I pledge never to share it with another. She hopes that she will never need to tell me her tale, for she hopes I will find my own story before that time and leave this place. I think she fears my life will be squandered in searching for this tale, and not acting upon what I already know. Yves sighs softly, but it cannot be helped. Your own story. Yeah. Already did that. Yves, you look familiar. Is your mother named Ivana? Yves nods. Yes, but she and I no longer speak. This is just as I shall speak no more of her. Do you know anything about Revel Puzzlewell? The tale of Revel Puzzlewell, frightener of children, begins and ends with a question. What can change the nature of a man? Go on. Many were the times she posed this riddle to those who approached her, those who sought to glean from her the strange magics that she alone seemed to possess. All attempted to answer her query, but to no avail, and they found the price of their wrong answer to be some horrible fate, always more terrible than the last victim's. To recount their various torments would be to speak of things that nightmares are woven from. Go on. The tale strikes me in this way. Revel herself knew not the answer to this question, but she lusted for such an answer. Only the why of the matter remained in question. Why did the nature of a man matter to one of the Grey Sisters, especially to one of such power as Revel? It is said that she put the question to the Lady of Pain, not directly, but shouted it to Sigil itself, daring for the lady to answer. When no reply was forthcoming, she wove terrible magics that threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the plains roll in like a wave. She received no answer other than banishment. To this day, no one knows the answer to Revel's question, and now there is no one to petition, for Revel herself is gone, lost to the plains. Ah, hello, Joku Bunny. Welcome. Good to have you.
Welcome.
Updated my journal.
Wait, there's more. Though my tale ends with Revel's demise, there are some that claim the hag still lives. There's a silent prostitute here who once talked of such things, but she speaks no longer. If she would speak to you, she might tell you more of Revel. What else can you tell me of this silent prostitute?
Updated my journal.
Echo? Yves frowns, thinking. I once heard a tale of a girl who knew the word that, if spoken, would undo the multiverse. Perhaps this is Echo. As to Laura, though, I understand that she sometimes meets with one who knew Echo before she stopped speaking.
Aye? Might as well.
I'm gone.
Love letter. This is a passionate, steamy, and rather graphic love letter. Who it's to and whom it's from, however, are quite vague. Kimaski Addertongue. The wild-looking tiefling girl meets your gaze with an angry scowl. Her tattooed body is practically naked, covered by only a narrow leather thong, a black cloth brassiere, and armored shoulder pads that appear to serve more as decoration rather than actual protection. Her spiked hair, as well as the thin fur that covers her goat-like legs, is brassy white, and numerous silver rings dangle from her ears, nostrils, lips, and brow. She wears a leather collar around her throat with the inscription, Kimaski Addertongue. Greetings. Kimaski bares her teeth at you. And just what are you looking at, you banged up sod? My friend thought you were attractive, but whoa! Was he ever horribly mistaken? She sneers at Mort, then looks below him, where a body would normally be. Sharp tongue for a stemless deader. That's enough, actually, no. Let them keep at it. Like I'd let mine anywhere near if I had one. What? Did you just hear the word brothel and think you could make some jinkier, you flea-bitten gutter whore? Ha! Can't believe they even let you in the door. Well, with all those ticks hopping off your shaggy legs. Let them keep at it. Ticks? The only annoying insect around here is you! She suddenly turns to you. Hey! You here to talk to me or what? Yes, I had some questions.
Mort's trying to turn into a savage. Jesus.
The tiefling rolls her eyes. And what makes you think I care? Why don't you lick my backside? Oh boy! My tongue's not wide enough, and I don't like hair in my mouth. Well, you seem to like the taste of offal in your mouth, you dung-breathed cretin.
Oh.
Why am I doing this? Only because it's like kissing you, you mangy stinkpot. Kiss me? She makes a retching sound. I'd rather kiss a bloody mass of phlegm than lay my lips on you. No thanks. Don't thank me. Thank the power someone actually wants to kiss you. Kimaski looks at a loss for something to say. For an instant, a smile threatens to crack the grimacing mask of her face. Then she becomes more of a basilisk than ever. All right, what do you want of me? Questions answered. She looks annoyed. Fine, whatever. Ask. Who are you? My name? Uninterested. I can guess yours, though. Scarbunch, get out of here before I put a fire under your arse. I have another question. What are you doing here? Not you, that's for certain. She smirks at you. I'm contemplating the best way to tell you to pike off. Next. Say, can you teach Mort here to be more abusive? She raises her eyebrows. Now that's an unusual request. I don't know. Seems pretty foul-mouthed already. He! That's he! Seems pretty foul-mouthed. Kimaski bladderdung. You scruffy, goat-grammed gammed harlot. You wish you had legs like mine, you pitiful wretch of a bone box. I can walk, run, dance. What do? Bubble around wishing you had a pair, goats or otherwise? The two of them lay into one another, exchanging barbed, blistering insults and clashing with razor-edged tongues. Wait for it to end. At last the two stop their bickering. An eerie silence settles over them as they eye one another hatefully. Finally, the tiefling makes a grudging admission to Mort. You're not bad, really. Not bad at all. Better than you, perhaps? Mort waggles his eyebrows at her. Eh? Eh? Ah, hello, Nikki Nightmare. Welcome. Good to have you.
Welcome.
Kamaski narrows her eyes at Mort. Don't push it, Skull.
New taunts, all right.
I won't, Tiefling. I will admit I might have learned a thing or two, though. Good thinking, Chief. Sure thing, Mort. Kamaski turns to you. So was that all you wanted? I'm not spending any more time near you than I have to. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? What, that Echo chit? Don't know anything about her. Don't talk to the girl. I mean, why? Not like she can talk back. Ask Frigid Dolora about her. I think I saw her playing Go with an old crush of Echo's, back from when she could talk. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell?
Updated my journal.
What would I know about her? I look like a scholar or something to you? Go ask someone more learned, or Yves. She'll probably have at least one story about her in that pile of tales she carries about in her bone box. Oh, and squat on a halberd while you're at it. Never mind, actually. Farewell. Ah, hello, Sunnif. Welcome, good to have you.
Welcome.
Might as well.
All right.
Ready. Why not?
All right.
I'm here.
All right.
So definitely right now is the Goat Lady is my favorite, although Tails also is pretty cool. Each of them having a niche for their version of speech.
Sure, why not?
Hers obviously being Barb's. Sunnif, how are you peeps? I'm alright. I've got a bit of a headache, but I'm alright. Just trying to relax. How are you, Sunnif? How is everybody, in fact?
Yeah, I'm doing well, good as well. Marissa. Squinting at the figure behind the partition, you can barely make out a shapely female form in the darkness. She turns to you, but you can see nothing of her face. Oh, that's good to hear. I guess something nice happened to you today. Greetings. The figure answers in a voice that is slow and deadly, like a steel dagger drawn across stone. Yes? Come to speak with Marissa, have you? Quite rude of you to enter a darkened room, storming behind my partition like so. Rude and foolhardy. You can hear a faint whispering sound, like a slight breeze, or the hissing of serpents. Mort whispers quietly, Whoa, creepy chit. My apologies, my lady. I wasn't sure if someone was here. The woman gave a slight but it would seem there is someone in this room, wouldn't it? Shall you be on your way then? Not just yet. I had some questions. Ask. Why do you remain behind the screen? Is it your wish that I step away from this partition into some patch of light and speak to you face to face? Marissa laughs, and there's the sound of scales sliding on scales. Nay, I think not. The darkness suits me, and doubtless suits you as well. Why is it so dark in here? To prevent any unwanted and embarrassing casualties. Now, what is it that you want? Just some questions answered. Why is it so dark in here? Oh wait, no, not that one. Okay, another question. What are you doing here? Sitting here with my thoughts, listening to you voice yours. The silence of both of them, literal, then figurative, is deafening. Why do you have such a terrible disposition? You hear a faint hissing sound, because something of mine is missing, and something unwanted has arrived on my doorstep in its place. What's gone missing?
Updated my journal.
My veil. My crimson veil. Have you seen it, perchance? No. What's it for? Is it just a normal veil? Marissa sighs quietly. No, not quite. It aids me in communication. Face-to-face communication, that is. Why do you need to hide your face? Enough of these asinine questions. How tiresomely annoying you are. Now what do you want? Can you tell me about this place? No, I'm not in the mood. I'm sure one of the girls here would be happy to tell you about Mistress Grace's little school for aspiring sensates. Go find one of them. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? Yes, Echo. I knew another Echo once, though her name was written differently. I know nothing of this girl, though. Ask Laura of her. She made friends of an old lover of Echo's, I have heard. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? No. Do you? You hear an annoyed sigh from out of the darkness. Go ask Yves. She collects many tales and can probably tell you something of use.
So clearly she's a being that can't look at other humans. Sunnif, ankle deep snow. Yeah, where we currently live at Sunnif, Dragon Ball Stars is my sibling. Snow is a little bit of a issue. No matter the amount, unfortunately. As for what you did, you felt heroic. Are we privy to cliff notes? If not, that's perfectly all right.
Yeah? Good as done.
I'm gone.
Huh? Okay.
All right.
What? Okay.
What you be wanting now? Might as well.
What's up, Chief? Sure, why not?
You're welcome to.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gone.
So far, I really do like this area, this brothel, because it really does give a moment of unique cast of characters.
Yeah, like I do really enjoy this area too. Actually, yeah. Considering the what some of that dialogue said when we talked to, I think Marissa. Yeah, that was her name, Marissa. Like she could be one of those, a Naga or a Gorgon.
Right.
All right.
That's really cool, Sunniv. Nice.
Yeah, mentorship is a noble aspiration.
Why not?
Done.
Oh, dag.
What's the word, Chief?
It's
Okay.
always the one last time.
Ready. Why not?
All right.
What's up? Okay.
All right.
I'm here. Right.
Yeah. Good as done.
Juliet. This dark-haired young woman is staring listlessly off into space, sighing miserably and occasionally picking at the seams of her green velvet gown. It's difficult to discern whether she's depressed or simply bored. Greetings. She gives you only the briefest of glances before staring off into the distance once more. Greetings. Yes, I am named Juliet. How may I... Oh, never don't mind. Leave me be, please. She gives an exasperated sigh. What's wrong? Oh, nothing at all. Only that I spend my days gazing into the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase its dreadful, tedious passage. Is your life so tedious? Alas, it is. She sighs, closing her eyes and massaging her temples. Dreadfully boring. Perhaps I can make it less boring for you, my lady. No. 'Tis kind of thee to offer, though. I am already with a man, sir, and I do love him dearly. 'Tis just that I wish... She taps her finger against her chin. Something more of our liaison. Is the relationship lacking, then? The only thing it lacks is excitement, sir. Our families took the news of our courtship splendidly. His siblings love my siblings, and our friends think our union to be blessed by the powers themselves. All fine and good, but where things are going, she frowns, so smoothly. 'Tis not right to have such a trouble-free courtship. I don't know about that. Dost thou not? Hast thou ever had such a courtship? She glances briefly at you. Would seem that thy life is filled with a variety of problems, judging by the pallor of thy skin. I can't remember any courtships I have had. The remnants of the ones I have encountered suggest that I may have had some problems. 'Tis just that all my friends have such interesting relationships. Ones fraught with turmoil, feuding families, daggers at one another's backs, poison, mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me and whom the world loves. She sighs again. A great source of annoyance. How I wish I could formulate some way to spice things up. Mort flows close to you, whispering, I feel sorry for her lover. He doesn't know how bad he has it. A shit like this is nothing but trouble. What did you have in mind, Juliet? I am not sure. Some element of danger, of jealousy. Something intense. I see. I had some questions. Juliet rolls her eyes. Oh, go on, if thou must. I'm trying to find Marissa's crimson veil. Do you know where it might be? Juliet exhales a long and forlorn sigh. You realize she's not even really looking at you. Juliet, did you hear me?
Updated my journal.
Hmm? Oh, I was not truly listening. My apologies. But certainly thou hast not come simply to deliver a litany of questions on my life of tedium and my tedious doings. Let me go back here. That doesn't sound wise, Juliet. Relish what you have. I wish to experience troubles, though. I wish to experience the ups and downs of courtship. But with him, no other, she sighs. Ah, such a thing is love. It can be as dull as a club, and is of no use to an aspiring sensei. Why don't you make up some fake love letters from a hidden affair? Juliet's eyes brighten. Excellent notion! Most excellent! She suddenly frowns. But he knows my handwriting. Wilt thou write some for me? Not my sort of thing. I can find you some, though. Oh, wouldst thou? Excellent! When thou dost find some, please give them to my love, Montague. He may be found within the Civic Fest Hall. As for the letters, please try Scofflaw Pen. He runs a print shop in the lower ward. I thank thee. Of course. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Wow. she is definitely bored.
I'm gone.
Okay, America. I don't know why they think gangster. Here's the thing: even Americans will look at other people and be like, "Why would you want to be a gangster?" Like, it's not the life that you think it really is. It's paranoia and fear and loathing. Never a precious moment. Always on the run. It's interesting. I'm just glad that things are working out so this kid can get out of what he's gotten himself into.
Phenum's book. This is the research journal of a linguist named Phenum.
Huh? Okay.
I'm gone.
Unfortunately, over here, there's quite a few people who are morons. But yeah, you're where you're born in class. That does play very, very heavily into it.
Yeah, I can see that. Armoire. As you make this search the armoire, its handles suddenly yank out of your grasp as the drawers slam themselves shut. A disdainful humph issues from the cabinet. Hello? Hello indeed. The armoire gives another humph. So what have we here? A rogue after some lady's frilly undergarments? You talk? Do I? Why, yes, I do. Who are you? I'm Louise. And who are you? Thoughtless, uncouth fellow, rummaging about in other people's things. Never mind that. What are you doing here? SBHC, what does that stand for? Well, sir, if you must know, I am being an armoire. But why are you being an armoire in this ruffle? I happen to have become an armoire because I want to be an armoire, thank you very much. It's not to watch the ladies undressing, nor to have them place their soft, sweet-smelling undergarments in my drawers where they can rub against my skin. Such accusations are an insult to a practitioner of the magic arts. I am merely soaking in the experience of what it means to be an armoire. The sights, the smells, the sensations. So all the women know about this then? Ah, I see.
That'll do it. Yep. Well, one. Good job in making sure that others don't follow in the dark parts of life, or at least attempting to help them get back into the light.
Yes they do, and they wholeheartedly approve of, well, not with their entire hearts exactly. And while they have not spoken of their approval in my presence, since they are not exactly aware that I am an armoire, I would not want them to know that I am anything but, and so I have not been able to inquire upon the matter. I had some questions for you. Yes? Can you return to your normal form at will? The armoire seems to think about this for a moment. I have no need to share such secrets with the likes of you. And besides, there is no cause to change back at the present moment, since I have not yet experienced the full sensations of being an armoire. It is a complex thing, to hold and store soft frilly clothes, smelling of wondrous woman smells. A drawer slides open and closed, the sound mimicking a pleasant sigh. What can you tell me about this place? I would have a man find out for himself, rather than tell him the whole of it. After all, that's half the joy of the entire experience. I'll only tell you that which you likely know already. It's called the brothel of slating intellectual lusts, and the prostitutes within specialize in the arts of language and communication. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? Yes, Echo. She can't have always been mute, you know. Otherwise, I am most certain she would have learned some other means of communicating in the meantime. It must be a recent occurrence. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? I heard she used to walk about in a Crimson Veil, but that she had recently taken it to her room and darkened it. I did not know what had occurred. So this veil of hers is missing, then? Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? Few folk who've dwelled in Sigil for any length of time don't. I must wonder, though, what is it about her you wish to know? I need to find her. You're mad, you know. Quite mad. Utterly barmy, I believe, is a common term for it. Ravel was banished from Sigil long ago, and if she's not dead, you'll wish you were, should you somehow succeed in finding her. She devoured all those who sought her out before, it is said, and will likely do you the same disservice. I would leave well enough alone. When it comes to... You go first.
Go ahead. No, you first, please.
What I was going to say is that when it comes to things like organized crime, like, my understanding of it is that it usually begins with... It usually begins with an underserved community banding together to protect each other, to protect themselves. And it seems to me that oftentimes what happens is, yes, it seems that oftentimes what happens is that desire to protect your own community. Yes, exactly that. That's exactly what I was heading. It ends up becoming business, and it ends up becoming taken over by ambition for something greater. Like that ambition invites corruption, and that seems to be the downfall of that of organizations like that.
My take on it was going to be because unfortunately, if you look up where I live at, you'll find that the city got burned down twice in a row because it's freaking hysterical like that. Just like gangs end up turning from being a community protection unit into a gang or cult, one of the two. And both are willing to do not so nice things to protect those areas. And if the wrong person also gets ahead and gets into a position of power, it gets 10 times worse. So it's just one of those things where it really, really sucks. And I hope that at some point that can be left behind. But until then, an unfortunate necessity that turns into something worse. From protecting the elote man on the street so that way he can sell his elotes, for Hispanic communities and for Black communities, making sure that our streets were safe from white supremacists as they came a knocking, to unfortunately what's happening now. Isn't history fun?
Like, the way I see it, like, what am I trying to say? I mean, I definitely empathize with why gangs start. Like, as I mentioned, the need for protection and to serve the community. Like, I think the whole problem is, like, how do you keep corruption under control is the big question. Like, it's like, it seems that at some point there's always certain people who come in with ambitions that drive them to do things that harm the people that they're supposed to be serving.
Honestly, when it comes down to that question, there is no... If we're being frank, with power comes corruption, and there is no if, it's when. And the hard part is coming to terms with, in order to keep something like that down, at some point, you have to eliminate the need for that protection, which means working with your local government, doing what you can. Yeah, we can't even manage to have an uncorrupt police force. How are gangs supposed to toe the line? They're not. They're not supposed to toe the line. At all. Hell no. It's one of those things where you have to... It's a fine line of... How did they say it to me? I had a friend who was a very interesting person. I did what I had to do, and I'll regret it forever. But much worse things under a much worse person could have happened. It is what it is. Unless you're willing to become the next big bad in that group to take it down from the inside out, there'll always be someone with a knife to your back. It's an unfortunate, excuse my French, fucky situation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sun Nif, by the way, for sharing your story. We really do appreciate that. And it really shows the breadth and depth of the kind of people out in the world. On top of you turning into, turning, oh my God, my cat is rubbing against my microphone right now. You doing such good for your community in a different way is definitely something really, really cool. Yeah, but that impact still continues, still moves and flows. Even when you have retired, that's going to continue. Remember, people live a long time. And as long as they are alive, that impact continues forward. And they will pay that forward. And they will pay that forward. Creating your own legacy underneath something as simple as mentorship. To them, that isn't so simple and that isn't so little. I'm not good with words. You do good thing, continue on. Don't call this cat over here. She is currently trying to take my microphone away from me, and I'm not having it. Mutual aid, yes. Mutual aid is the way.
Nenny Nine Eyes. This petite, attractive young woman is smiling blissfully and humming to herself. Her wide, pale blue eyes seem to constantly drink in her surroundings as she looks about. Greetings. The smiling young woman curtsies gracefully and looks up to you, smiling. Well met, good sir. I'm Nenny. And how are you this fine day? She suddenly notices your scars and places a gloved hand over her mouth. Oh my, you're hurt. She blinks. All over. Mort spins around you, mocking the girl's obliviousness. Powers above, Chief. She's right. I never noticed before. You're covered in scars. They're all old scars. I'm fine. She nods quietly, lowering her hand. I have some questions. Huh? She can't seem to tear her eyes from your scars. Oh, how shameful of me. Don't mind my rude staring. I am named Nenny. She makes a little curtsy. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our brothel for the slating of intellectual lusts. She returns to staring at your body. You have tattoos under those scars too. What's that one? She points to one of your tattoos. That one's... looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of ink... I think that's ink. She squints at that tattoo, then reaches out to touch it. Allow her to touch you. I think that's ink. She traces a finger around the edge of the tattoo. Is it ink? And what a pattern. Look at the way the lines intersect here. She touches the center of the tattoo. That's simply amazing. She purses her lips and frowns in disappointment. I can make it out better if there weren't so many scars. There's nothing to be done about the scars. They're permanent. Oh, I'm sorry. Pox on me for even mentioning them, she cringes. But I have to know. Are you absolutely sure you're alright? I'm looking at you, and I cannot believe that you're not in some pain. Yeah, I mean what am I trying to say? Like that definitely sounds like the way to go. Like, it's mentorship, but it's also community. None of the physical variety, really. Oh, are you hurt inside? In the head? She clasps her hands eagerly. Mayhap I can help. In fact, I know I can. Part of a sensei's training is to learn how to draw hurt from others. My mistress says the sensei may draw pain from a wound and bring it into oneself. But nonetheless, I can help. May I try? Please say yes. Yes, please do. Nenny clasps her hands and makes to rest them lightly on your forehead. Allow her to touch you. As she draws near, you notice Nenny's skin is lightly perfumed with the scent of lilacs. She rests her gloved hands gently upon your forehead and closes her eyes. She hums lightly to herself, and you feel a faint warmth spreading throughout your body. Thanks. That felt nice. Sure. I'm so glad I could help. Nenny beams at you. She seems ready to burst with joy. I had a question. Oh, I never heard of Wing Chun before. What kind of martial art is that? Please ask, she smiles giddily. Oh, really? I wasn't aware of that. What are you doing here? I'm talking to you, silly. She giggles and pokes you in the belly. Just like I talk to all the patrons here. All the prostitutes do. That's what the brothel's about. Learning new ways to talk and share experiences and understand other people. Can you tell me about this place? Sure I can. The brothel of slating intellectual lust is a school that was started by Mistress Fall from Grace. The prostitutes here, like me, are taught the ins and outs of talking to people, all to help us learn more about ourselves and others. I love it here. It's a non-stop wave of experiences crashing into me, filling my head with fresh new ideas. Ip Man. I know I've heard that name before.
Yeah, there was a movie made for it. Ip Man is one of it's all right. It's a martial arts movie, but Ip Man is. I have a documentary I think you would like to see. It's really really cool. Anything to do with Bruce Lee and who he learned from and who he worked with is always a treat because it is truly something else.
All right. Mort mutters to himself. I guess it's good that there's something in there.
That is correct.
What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? Oh, Echo. Yes, she's a mysterious one, isn't she? Do you know that she never speaks? Truly. Then he leans in and lowers her voice. I think she was emotionally wounded, so badly that she may never speak again. I bet Delora knows, because she sometimes talks to the last lover Echo had when she still spoke. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? Then he frowns deeply. What? Oh, I just can't. I can't say anything bad about anyone. I'm just no good at it. It's not bad to point out a thief, Nenny. Oh, but I don't know if she's a thief. Nenny bites her lips and looks at you with pleading eyes, as if she just wishes you'd leave the topic alone. Oh, wow. It's pretty cool. So, the man my mom is married to, he, what was it? I think he does Tai Chi, and, his master, the person who he was trained by, as he tells it at least. Well, what I know for certain is that the man who traded him did give him a sword as a gift. But as he tells it, at least, the man who trained him was learned in, what was it called? I think it was called liquid chi, something like that. I would have to ask him about it, but basically, according to him, at least, I would have never had the opportunity to see it myself, but by the way, as he tells it, this man was able to sort of create a ball of muscle that traveled through his body, and apparently, at some point, this man did offer my mom's husband to teach him how to do that, but I guess it's just something that he never followed up, or he never took him up on that offer.
Super cool and sounds super painful, all in one go. Was a Tai Chi guy. He dislocated my shoulder. Oh, jeez, Louise.
Oh, but I don't know if she's a thief. Oh wait, no, I already read that. Look, why don't you try and say something not nice about her? Yeah, I would imagine that. Oh, all right. Then he puts her hands on her hips and frowns deeply, almost exaggeratedly. He resists the temptation to laugh. Oh, I dislike her very, very much. She pauses for a moment, then looks at you out of the corner of her eye, as if gauging your reaction. Was that convincing? No, not really. Then he frowns. I knew I wouldn't be any good at this. She looks up at you, depressed. Do you know how hard it is to say bad things about someone? It feels so wrong. Why don't you practice on me, Nenny? I suppose I could try. She looks dubious. You big, mean, nasty brute! She puts her hands on her hips. Meanie! She looks at you. How was that? Put more accent on brute. You big, mean, nasty brute! Better. Better. Now hit me. Nenny clamps her hands over her mouth, looking shocked. Oh, I couldn't! I mustn't! She blinks. How does one hit somebody anyway? Go ahead. Do it lightly if you have to. Remember, I'm a mean, nasty brute. I deserve it. Nenny slaps you. You barely feel it. She still looks shocked and frightened she hurt you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? Tell me you're okay. Don't break character, Nenny. Come on. Show me what you got. You can say something bad. Just let it all out. Oh! Nenny draws her tiny frame to its full height, balls her hands into fists, puts them on her hips, and scrunches up her face in a cute scowl. Oh, damn to be you! You deserve that for all the indignities you put me through. Going out late at night. Her eyes roam up and down your body. Getting into fights and getting all scarred up. What are the kids going to think? Huh? Excellent. Oh, don't you excellent me, like I'm some backlicker looking for your approval. I'm my own woman, and this woman is about to walk out of your life unless I get some solid commitment. Calm down. Time to let go of the anger. Nenny sighs tiredly. Whew, that was easier than I thought. No kidding. And I'm sure I'll do better next time. I'm so excited to have learned something new. Thank you. Sure. I have a question now.
Updated my journal.
I'll bet I do. I saw that nasty Kamaski Addertongue sneaking out of Marissa's room one night. They're both meanies, you know, but Kamaski's really awful. Anyway, I talked to her first. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? No, sorry. That's a great name, though, huh? Huh? I'll bet she's a really interesting person. Hey, you should ask Eves about her. Eves collects all kinds of stories. That's all I wish to know. Farewell, Nenny.
What are you looking at, Skull?
Let's see. Huh. I don't know if I triggered this or if it triggered on its own. What are you looking at,
I
Skull?
thought you were good looking, but I was mistaken.
That tongue of yours is gonna get your nose broken.
Oh, it's you again. Just can't get enough of me, huh? I had some questions. She looks annoyed. Fine, whatever. Ask. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? She smirks. Up your arse, perhaps? Hells, I don't know. Kamaski smooths back her hair, which instantly springs back up into a spiky mess. I was told you were seen sneaking away from Marissa's chambers recently. Is that connected with her missing veil somehow? Kamaski flies into a rage. Hold you She suddenly falls silent, glaring at you through narrowed eyes. If I was the dare Burke, I didn't take her filthy veil. Search my room, if you'd like. I catch you sniffing at my breeches, though. I'll see to it you're never allowed in here again. Why would anyone ever sniff at your breeches?
Updated my journal.
Beats me. Someone sniffed more than a few pair of them, though. My favorite letter brassiere, too, with the iron studs. She humps angrily. That's all I wish to know. Farewell.
This entire area is freaking gold.
This is Louis, the talking armoire. I have some questions, Louis. Yes? I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? No.
Updates his journal. That's funny.
Vivian, this tall, elegant woman, with her sharp features and regal demeanor, is a striking example of aristocratic beauty. Her clothes appear to be spun of silver thread, and a small phial dangles from her necklace. She is perfumed with an exotic, erotic scent that seems to draw you towards her. Greetings. Not yet, but I do see that there are Modrons here. I'll probably talk to them at some point. She looks you over, arching an eyebrow with what you sense to be disdain. Greetings. My name is Vivian. Am I to presume I am being summoned? No, I just had some questions. She nods imperiously. Go on, then. What are you doing here? Aside from my work as a student here, I am looking for something, actually. You would not happen to have smelled it, would you? Smelled it? Yes, I have a particular scent that seems to have gone wandering. It's somewhat difficult to keep in one place. I hope that someone did not take it by accident, though you never know with the ladies around here, she frowns. So, by any chance have you smelled it somewhere? How can a scent go wandering? Vivian shakes her head. I had meant to infer that it had been taken. The ladies here are a bit jealous at times. And have been known to take my various perfumes for themselves. This time, though, someone has absconded with my own personal scent. I worked on that scent, perfected it, and now, poof, 'tis gone. I need not bear such annoyances. Vivian stomps her feet. I want that scent back, and I want it now. How would you know if you found it? You would know it by smell, I assure you. 'Tis quite striking, especially to men. I can help you. Vivian seems dubious. Are you certain? I do not wish to impose. No imposition. I am pleased to help such a lovely woman as yourself.
Updated my journal.
Anna mumbles something angrily. You catch the words piking and idiot stick. Vivian smiles and nods to you. You are too kind. Very well. If you run across it, please let me know. I am somewhat anxious to get it back. A one of a kind scent, really. What can you tell me about this place? Mistress Grace's brothel? 'Tis a school, where she tutors us in the art of language and conversation. The ability to affect another with one's words, and to gain new insights into both them and ourselves. For many, 'tis in preparation to become a member of the Society of Sensation. The Society of Sensation? Vivian sighs. You may wish to ask Fall from Grace. Or better yet, someone at the Civic Fest Hall about the Sensates. They will be happy to speak with you, I am certain. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? You mean Echo? She's a dear. Quiet, Vivian frowns. That may be part of the charm. There's all manner of speculation as to why she is silent, but I think 'twas that her heart was most horribly broken. Delora might know best. She has been known to speak to a man Echo once loved, before she lost her voice. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? Were I to know its location, I'd set it alight and cast its remain into the deepest of pits. May that wretched thing never find her precious veil, and be confined to that chamber for the rest of her days. Vivian harumphs. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? Isn't she some historical figure? I can't quite recall. Who is she? A night hag from Sigil's past, I think. I hope she stays in the past, then. Night hags are foul creatures, besmirching all femininity everywhere in the plains. She suddenly pauses. You may wish to ask Eves. She knows all sorts of peculiar little tales. I don't know what a utilitarian is well enough to understand the context of that joke. Kasai Sarah smiles warmly as you draw near her, pushing a wavy lock of hair away from her bright, crimson eyes. Well, greetings once again. Something I can do for you? It depends. What sort of things do you do? Talk, of course. Oh, wait, no. I've already done that. Questions, here we go. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be?
Updated my journal.
No, I don't. Kasai frowns. Most of the women will say she's prissy, but she's always been nice enough to me, complimenting me on my eyes. And she smells so good. I hope she finds her own scent again soon. Try asking Nenny about it. She's everywhere at once and might have seen something. I had another question. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be?
Updated my journal.
No, I haven't seen it since the last time she wore it out. But Nenny might have seen something, so try asking her. I'll admit it's been nice. Marissa won't leave her chamber without the veil, so we've all been spared her foul tongue, leaving us only Kamaski to deal with. Kesai smirks. That Kamaski's the worst of the two, though. How so? Marissa's haughty and mean, but Kamaski, she's a bitter, spiteful monster of a woman with a venomous tongue and the demeanor of a Baelor. I can't see why anyone would like to speak with her. I sincerely doubt her appearance makes up for that flame, poisonous mouth of hers, but she receives patrons nonetheless. Well met, good sir. I'm Nenny, and how are you this fine to— Oh! We met before. Nenny giggles and smiles gleefully at you. I'm sorry. I knew you looked familiar, though. That's all right, Nenny. I just had some questions. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be?
Updated my journal.
Maybe. I saw that mean Marissa sneaking out of Vivian's room one night. Now, I'm not saying she took it, but I know Marissa's not a very nice person, and that sure sounds suspicious, huh? I'd go ask her about it. And he nods at you. Thanks, Nenny. I had another question. Kamaski said someone's been taking things from her room, too. Have you seen anything odd?
Updated my journal.
Nenny's eyes suddenly go wide. Oh, that's right. You know, once I saw a man sneaking out of Kamaski's room while she was out talking to a patron. I watched the front doors all that day, but he never, ever left. Isn't that odd? I don't think he could have made it out a window. So I never figured out where he went. And then I totally forgot about it. Weird, huh? Nenny told me she saw a man leaving Kamatsky Addertongue's room. I think that was you, Louis. You think? Dang! How could you be so alarmingly rude, so ludicrously presumptuous, as to spout forth such an accusation without being absolutely certain of your charges? How dare you! Impertinent, brassy cur! Why, I ought to— As Louis rails and curses, his drawers open and close. You notice a small bundle of crimson cloth tucked alongside some clothes. The repeated opening and closing of the armoire drawers make it difficult to grab, however. Wait for an opportunity to grab it. You stand poised at the edge of the armoire. It keeps gabbing on and on, but it never seems to stay open long enough for you to try to grab the cloth. Try and snap your hand in while the drawer is open. You simply cannot move your hand quickly enough to snatch the crimson cloth from within Louis. The most you could accomplish would be getting your fingers crushed. Give me that crimson cloth. Shan't. Won't. Never. Pull open the drawer to get the cloth. The drawer remains closed. You hear it puffing and wheezing from the exertion. Go away, you barbarian! Again. This? Okay. Beg and whine for the cloth. Oh, please stop that rubbish. It's quite tiresome and transcends all known meanings of the word boredom. Beg and whine some more. Stop! How tediously dull! You're making me quite drowsy. Keep on begging and whining. The armoire yawns, exposing the crimson cloth where it rests snugly beside some undergarments. You dart your hand in and seize it before the drawer can close itself. Tucking it away, you notice that it is perfumed with a light, exotic, and most pleasant fragrance. Damn it! You rogue! Blackguard! Scoundrel! You give that back this instant! That's not yours! That is an exceedingly personal garment that belongs to a lady of this establishment, and they would not appreciate you fondling their private things. Oh, but it's alright for you, you wooden pervert. I'm not doing anything so criminal and malicious as you are. I'm merely soaking in sensations necessary to my growth as an individual. Yes, yes. Farewell, Louis.
That was freaking hysterical, although I should have figured that the pervert drawer should have been the first thing we checked.
Well, that is the first thing I thought of. It just never gave me the opportunity to do anything about it until I learned the right things.
Oh, no. I mean, like, for the characters, like, if... Logically speaking, let's say this is real world. The first thing everybody would have done is shake down the drawer. But they were so polite to at least go collect evidence. I would have just toppled him immediately. I love how he tried to claim, this belongs to the lady of the establishment. Sir, you're holding on to it. What do you freaking mean?
Scented veil. This is a beautiful, perfumed crimson veil. Whatever textile it's made of is so light and gauzy that it's like a sheaf of pure, brilliant color rather than an object of dyed cloth. More remarkable than the veil's appearance, though, is its scent. Doubtlessly one of the most intensely exotic and arousing aromas you have ever had the pleasure of inhaling. So yeah, this is both the veil that one person is missing and the scent that another person is missing.
That's gonna be a problem.
Marissa's cold, cruel voice hisses from out of the darkness. It returns! You have a reason for coming this time, I trust, or just more of your pointless questions. Actually, I brought your crimson veil. Then would you please hand it over? I'll need something in return first. Of course. How perfectly mercenary of you. Here. Reach out. Grasp my wrist. You'll find a golden bracelet there. Take it. It's yours. It's more use of you use it's more of more use to you than my veil is, I assure you. I don't really want to do either of those things. Actually, never mind. Here, just take your veil.
Updated my journal.
You hold the crimson veil before you and feel her take it from your hands. Ah, yes, much better. Two shining points of red light appear before you as she opens her eyes. So that's what you look like. Perhaps I would have been better off with my eyes shut. I have a question.
I feel stronger.
More pointless questions. There you go. I was told you were seen sneaking away from Vivian's chambers recently. Is that connected with her missing scent somehow?
Updated my journal.
Marissa says nothing, though an angry hissing issue from the darkness around her. Yes, I've been known to creep into Vivian's chamber for some of her perfumes, though I doubt you'll meet another here who hasn't. If you're implying that I've got her personal scent, well, feel free to sniff around. You'll not find it on me or in my chambers, I assure you. Perhaps whoever took my crimson veil took Vivian's scent as well. That's all I wish to know. Farewell.
Done.
This is Louis, the talking Amour. I have some questions, Louis. An ominous silence hangs over the Amour. There is no reply. You're certain it's still Louis. You can practically feel the hatred radiating from the wood, but he won't speak a word to you. So long, Louis. Vivian greets you with a polite half-smile. Had you any luck in finding my scent, perchance? Yes, I found it in this red veil.
Updated my journal.
Vivian's eyes light up. Oh, how simply wonderful! She takes the veil from your hands, mutters a few words over it, and returns it to you. She shakes out her crimson hair and, in moments, you are surrounded by the most intensely exotic and arousing scent you have ever had the pleasure of smelling. That smells great. It does it not? She smiles at you. And as you have done a favor for me, so I wish to perform one for you. Stand close to me, scarred one. Approach her. You step closer to Vivian. She takes your hand and, turning it over, takes a single cautious sniff at your wrist. Phew! She wrinkles her nose. Vinegar? Or embalming fluid? Here, I will remove this smell from you. She mutters a few strange syllables, and a light, tingling sensation spreads over your skin. In moments, your chemical reek lessens substantially. There. How is that? People should be less eager to avoid conversation with you now. Thanks, Vivian. Farewell.
I feel stronger.
Neat. Hey, there we go. Okay, I still have the veil.
She didn't take the veil back?
So she took the veil and she removed the scent from it. So basically, yeah.
Okay, so we can probably give it back to her now. She won't be as angry.
Well, the important thing is that we can fulfill both of their quests now. Like
True.
Like I was able to give Vivian her scent back, and now that the scent is off the veil, I can just give that back to Marissa without and not lose the scent to give back to Vivian. Sure. Are you talking about filling in odds to make them evens? Of course, here you are.
Updated my journal.
Watch that forked tongue of yours, Marissa. Do not even get me started. I have a question. Ask. Why do you remain behind the screen? Marissa is silent for a time before answering. At first it was because I had lost my crimson veil, but now, I do not know. Perhaps I have grown accustomed to dealing with my patrons in this manner, and have grown to enjoy it. In time, I imagine I will tire of it and venture out into Sigil once more, but for now, I am comfortable here. Why is it so dark in here? Marissa... Oh, okay, same answer. What are you doing here? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Oh, I think not. You would find them most unflattering at this moment. What is it you want? Alright, let's see. Okay, I'll talk to the Modrons now. This strange, cubic creature seems to be as much machine as it is organic. As you approach the thing, it silently stares at you with wide, unblinking eyes. Its face hasn't the slightest trace of emotion on it. Come on, Chief! We're in a building full of some of the sexiest chicks this side of the multiverse, and you're stopping to talk to Modrons? What can you tell me about them, Mort? Mort makes a noise of utter disgust. What's there to say? Annoying little clockwork pests. They're always working to impose law and order upon the multiverse. Not good, mind you. Just blah. Let's just forget about it and go chat up the ladies, eh? My apologies, Mort, but I'm talking to the Modron. Mort sighs loudly. Fine, whatever. But don't say I didn't warn you. You probably won't get anywhere with him, though. Chief. There are not a lot to talk to. Greetings. Its voice has this metallic, reverberating quality to it, as if it were more a sound played out on some warped musical instrument than true speech. Your greeting is returned. There is a soft click as the creature blinks. An awkward silence hangs in the air between the two of you. I have some questions. Identify yourself to us. I'm not sure who I am. We would know why this is so. I don't know myself. I just can't remember. All things should have a name. All things should be identified. We find your answer unsatisfactory, but it shall have to suffice for the present. The creature pauses and blinks at you. We would identify ourselves as Modrons, Quadrone type, winged variant to the subject. I have some questions now. The subject is free to ask a question. What are you doing here? Our purpose here is observation. What are you observing? We are observing one of the establishment's staff. Who are you observing? As previously stated, we are observing one of the establishment's staff. Yes, but who exactly are you observing? The object of our scrutiny is named Delora. Why are you watching her? We have not been informed as to the specific purposes which resulted in our being given our present task. The command of our superior pentadrome is sufficient reason to perform said task. As such, the purpose or purposes are irrelevant to us. What can you tell me about this place? A building located in the section of Sigil commonly known as the Clerk's Ward. We cannot give exact coordinates as the surface of Sigil changes at intervals we have not determined as of the present. The building itself is known as the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. It serves as what may be broadly defined as a language school. The students of the school are primarily females who intend to, at some point we have not determined and which varies from student to student, become a factotum of the Society of Sensation. Factotum. The Society of Sensation? We will provide a brief summary as to what the Society of Sensation is defined as. A faction whose core belief is that with experience comes true understanding of the multiverse and its secrets. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? The subject referred to is named Echo. We have gathered no more information regarding said subject. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? We know nothing of any being or object possessing such an appellation. The Modron stares at you quietly. Do you know what this little cube-like toy creature is? The Modron, its appearance identical in every aspect besides to the object in your hands, blinks once, twice, then speaks. The object is a portal cube. The user is to position the appendages of the portal cube in such a manner that it will activate. Once activated, the portal cube will transport the user to whatever destination it was tuned to during its creation. What's the proper position to activate this one? We do not have that information. Over 97% of all portal cubes function in a slightly different manner. We were not present at the construction of the subject's portal cube, nor have we ever been given instructions as to its use. Should the subject desire to utilize the portal cube, they will have to determine its method of operation and destination via experimentation. Where will this cube take its user? Farewell, then. Okay, yeah, they all say the same thing. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Delora now. If I can find her. There she is. This dark-haired, pale-skinned woman has a cultured, refined look about her. As she turns to you, you note that her eyes, which you had previously thought to be gray, are the color of brushed steel. Greetings. The woman's voice is soft, calm, and without inflection. It has a certain far-away quality, as if somehow not attached to her. Greetings. I am called Delora. May I serve you somehow? In what ways can you serve me, Delora? She blinks her eyes, then touches her hand to her heart, bowing her head slightly. I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently, if that is your wish. I am also well versed in various games of strategy, should you wish to play something, though I have the materials for few such games here. Debate, you say? Delora nods. That is correct. I am neither a tome nor a tutor. I have no desire to educate my patrons. Should you have a matter to discuss, however, the 15 factions and their effect on Sigillian politics, the most effective battle stratagems for warring in Acheron, the meaning of existence itself, I would be most pleased to choose a counterpoint and engage you in debate. Choose a topic. See if you can best her. You choose a topic and begin. The debate lasts a long time as the two of you exchange points and counterpoints, each attempting to methodically undermine the other's position. As you speak, a strange feeling begins to come over you. A memory, trying to surface. Allow the memory to surface. Memories of a great hall begin to form in your mind. A vast place, full of well-dressed elites. A formal ball was taking place. Before you was a small, impeccably dressed fellow who wore a golden medallion. It was emblazoned with a symbol you dimly recall as the sign of one. The two of you stood in a circle of onlookers who've gathered to listen to your debate. Continue the memory. But that's impossible, the man was saying, looking perplexed. Oh, but it is, you recall yourself replying. I've made several inarguable points in giving you a number of examples. You simply don't exist. But you can't. Were I to accept that, I'd... Continue the memory. Yes, you'd cease to exist. How about a flash of light or a puff of smoke? With no fanfare of any sort, the man was simply gone. Continue the memory. The onlookers oohed and ahed. Some clapped. You remember giving a flourishing bow and walking away, a small, satisfied smile upon your lips. You suddenly realize Delora is watching you closely. Are you feeling well? We might finish our discussion at another time, should you like. No. Let's continue the debate. As hard-pressed as you are to beat Delora's infallible sense of logic, you eventually win out. She merely nods in approval. You are a most skilled debater. This there is no denying. I do feel, though, that I had time to perform some research. You might not have had I time to perform some research, you might not have bested me. Thanks. Delora nods. If you would like, we can debate once more upon the same topic. I could argue your position this time, should you desire it. Wait, are you always so ruthless in a debate? Delora nods. Mistress Grace instructed me to show no mercy, for another of her students always allows a patron to win after a lengthy debate. It was Mistress Grace's desire that I provide a different sort of experience for the clientele. I see. Can we play a game now? Of course. Is there anything in particular you wish to play? No, I don't really remember any games. Here then, allow me to show you one. Delora brings out a thin, lacquered box, which unfolds into a small board marked with a grid. The contents of the box prove to be a number of polished stone chips, half of them black, half of them white. This game goes by many names. Shall I explain the rules to you? Yes, please. Delora explains to you the rules of the game, how the chips are moved, how one bests one's opponent. It seems, somehow, faintly familiar to you. The rules are simple, yes, but a great deal of complexity lies within the game itself. It takes a great deal of time to master. Shall we play? Yes, let's. As you play, you come to realize that you've done so before. You recall various ploys and strategies that have won you previous games, and employ every trick you know to beat her. Suddenly, a strange feeling comes over you. A memory, trying to surface. Allow the memory to surface. Memories of a smoke-filled field of battle begin to fill your mind. Atop a great hill overlooking the fighting you sat, mounted upon a massive, four-legged beast. The braying of horns carried your orders to the troops below. Continue the memory. Even as you watched, your forces divided, fleeing left and right as the foreign army fought its way up the hill to slay the enemy lord. You. Continue the memory. The fools, you had thought, lips curling into a wicked smile. My knights shall charge down the hillside and stop their advance in an instant. And at that very moment my retreating footmen will fall in to crush their flanks. Ah, yet another victory soon to be mine. You suddenly realize Delora is watching you intently. Are you feeling well? We might take up the game another day, if you so wish. No, let's continue the game. Delora plays excellently, counteracting all but your most crafty moves, but eventually your feints and calculating maneuvers win over her well-crafted strategies. She nods approvingly as she begins to put the game away. You are a fine player, perhaps a master. I commend you for your skill. Thanks. But do you always play so mercilessly? Delora nods. Mistress Grace instructed me to hold nothing back, for another of her students plays so that her opponent will always just manage a win. It was Mistress Grace's desire that I provide a different sort of experience. A true challenge, rather than something that might be more pleasing to one's ego. I see. You mentioned debating before? Choose a topic. That's alright. I had some questions, though. Delora casts her eyes to the floor with a sound that might be a sad sigh. I am willing to serve you as a patron, but I have no wish to answer other questions at this time. My apologies, but I fear you shall simply have to bear with that for the time being. What's wrong? Anything I can help you with?
Updated my journal.
She looks up from the floor and into your eyes. Once more you're struck by the pale smoothness of skin, the cold depths of her silvery eyes. No, I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart. In time, I think, all things shall be resolved. Are you certain there's nothing I could do? Certain? Delora pauses, as if thinking. No, I am not. My first love, Merryman, possesses still the keys to my heart. So long as he has them, I shan't be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy. Why don't you seek him out? Speak with him. Delora shakes her head. I may not leave this place. The reasons why are deeply personal and not to be shared with strangers, even ones who might bestow a kindness upon me. But suffice to say that I cannot seek out merry men myself. Then I'll find this merry man and speak to him on your behalf.
Updated my journal.
Delora nods, the slightest hint of a smile appearing on her lips. She bows her head. Were you to find and speak with Merryman, I would be most grateful. He is a member of the Society of Sensation, so you may wish to ask for him at the Civic Fest Hall. I'll return when I find him. Farewell. Alright. Before I talk to Fall from Grace again, I see that there's another door, or another floor here.
I'm gone.
Brothel caretaker. The man, looking slightly puzzled, nods as you approach. Greetings, sir. Might I ask how you came to be here? I just came down those stairs, through that strange door I found. I'd best work on concealing it a bit better, then. He shrugs, and smiles at you. I'm the brothel's caretaker, by the way. You're not supposed to be down here, really, but it's alright if you look about for a bit. I have some questions. He smiles nervously. I really shouldn't even allow you down here, let alone be chatting with you. Please, no questions for now. Tell me what this place is, at least. It's where the lady's sensory stones are kept. They use them as diaries of a sort. You won't be able to use them, if that's what you're thinking. Each of them is attuned to one particular student of the brothel, so that only she may access that stone. That's all I wish to know. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Sensory stone. This clear stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with a brilliant inner light. Inscribed into its space is the word Yeeves. Leave. This amber-colored stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with soft yellow light. Inscribed into its base are the words Kamaski as Addertongue. This reddish-orange stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with warm orange light. Inscribed into its base is the word Dolora. This transparent, bluish-white stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with soft blue light. Inscribed into its base is the word Kesai Ceres. This violet stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with deep purple light. Inscribed into its base is the word Marissa. This bluish-purple stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with soft lavender light. Inscribed into its base is the word Vivian. This translucent green stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with bright green light. Inscribed into its base is the word Echo. This brilliant red stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with fiery crimson light. Inscribed into its base is the word Nenny. This translucent indigo stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with deep blue light. Inscribed into its base is the word Juliet. This grayish-white stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with light. Something was once inscribed into its base, but the writing has been scoured away.
Updated my journal. All right.
Okay.
How may I help you?
Fall from Grace turns as you approach and smiles slightly. I had some other questions I wanted to ask you. Yes? Interesting philosophy. Could I join the Sensates? She smiles. To join the Sensates, one needs only be a student of life. I meant I was interested in joining their faction.
Updated my journal.
Of course. Forgive my teasing. Grace nods. If you wish to join the Sensates, I would inquire at the Civic Fest Hall. Someone there should be able to help you. Thank you. I will go there then. Farewell.
Done.
Phenom glances your way, frowning. Choosing to grace my home once more, have you? What is it you wish of me this time? I had some questions. I would have you know that I am a scholar and a linguist, sir. While I shall happily entertain any questions regarding my field of study, language, and the like, I can be of no help to you in other matters.
Done.
And I hear your words. Your path is mine.
Okay. For some reason, I just don't have the option to offer him his book back yet.
All right.
Say again?
Oh, I happen to have that man's book, Phenom's Journal, but
Oh, right.
yeah, I don't have the option to actually offer it to him yet for some reason.
All right.
Huh. Maybe a story beat?
Yeah, that's what I figured too.
Hmm.
Okay, I can buy the it's called the Codex of the Inconceivable. Now, I'll take it. Codex of the Inconceivable. What you have first taken to be a rather unassuming book held closed by a tiny brass lock is, in actuality, bound in strange letters and enchanted bronze. It is labeled simply the Codex of the Inconceivable. Codex of the Inconceivable. Same description. Open it and read. You unlock the book's bindings and open it. As you glance over the tome's contents, your jaw drops. You stand, spellbound, flipping through its pages. Its contents are simply too much to be described. Mere words seem powerless to explain the wonders it holds. That. I. What? What? What was in it, Chief? Show him the codex. More flows over your shoulder to examine the codex's contents. His eyes nearly pop from their sockets as they scan the pages. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. But. Wow. You stand thoughtfully for a moment, looking down at the codex, before closing it and reverently putting the tome away. The Codex of the Inconceivable is bound in strange letters and enchanted bronze. Its contents are simply too much to be described. Mere words seem powerless to explain the wonders it holds. Reverently put the book away.
All right. All right. All right.
Where are we heading to next?
Let's see. First of all, let's check how much money I have. That much. So that's enough to buy one or two other things in here. So I'll do that first. $199, so 200 coppers. I'll take it. And exotic items. Back of this front of the store. Back of the store. Tattered ragdoll. 100 coins. Yep, the only thing left is this, which I need about 350. Chocolate Quasit. This is a twisted little imp-like creature. A Quasit, a sort of fiendish familiar that has been polymorphed by powerful magic into sweet milk chocolate. Imported from the lower planes, they are quite prized by lovers of chocolate and confection. Lady of Pain Ragdoll. The years haven't been kind to this tiny ragdoll. It is coming apart at the seams, and it looks like its threads are unraveling. It looks like some strange robed woman with a halo of spikes on her head. Looks like after leveling up, I have room to remember another level 3 spell and another level 4 spell.
Nice. Caffeine acquired.
Cool.
Yes, and the placebo effect is already taking effect. It's quite nice.
All right.
Oh, welcome back, Chuck. Sorry, I'm just gonna check this guy first, or real quick first. Ah, here we go. Yep. Let me save first. You see Pesto Kim. He, or they, is as eerie to look upon as ever, as his flesh constantly changes and crawls across his face and body. I welcome you back, sir. I've got this elixir of horrific separation. Do you think that'd help you? Both his eyes suddenly snap to the small bottle in your hands. He nods, smacking his lips. Here you are, then. Pesto Kiln takes the bottle in both his hands and places it beneath the counter. His left eye focuses on you, while his right eye and hand concentrate on scribbling furiously on the countertop. We can use this to make something that'll fix us. Right on up. Now, if you'll give us a moment, when we got it all worked out, we'll mix you some healing stuff for a reward. He turns to head to the back of the shop. All right. Farewell for now, then.
Done.
Kiln. This man's face closely resembles Pestle Kiln's, though without the crawling skin and constant, subtle mutations. Greetings again. The name's Kiln. Need you something? I had some questions. I work in the stockroom all day. I do. I'm no good to ask you questions of. Could I buy something then? You'll have to talk to Pesto about that, you will. He handles all that sort of stuff. I'll go speak with him then. Farewell.
I will hear you.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
I shall serve.
This man closely resembles Pesto Kiln, though without the crawling skin and constant, subtle mutations. Greeting again, sir, and well met. And what is it I, Pestle, can do for ye? I have some questions. My humblest apologies, sir, but I only speak of the store. Perhaps I rarely leave the place, you see. You'd be better off finding another to answer your questions. I wanted to buy something then. Let's see. Okay. I was hoping to get some healing concoctions. Yes, of course. Your reward, eh? Let's see now. I'll manufacture them for you for nothing, of course. But I'll need the proper ingredients. An Oni's heart, or powdered hematite, or the hair of a deva, or a thread from a Simon's robe, or the blood of a regenerating creature, such as a troll, or... Actually, my wounds heal very quickly. Pesto raises an eyebrow. Do they now? Well then, your own blood just might do. Here, give me a sample, if you would. Give him a bit of your blood. After drawing a small quantity of your blood and retreating to the back of the store, Pesto returns with a number of what appears to be hardened drops of blood. Placed upon one's tongue, these clot charms will heal existing wounds and aid in the prevention of new ones, for a time. Farewell, Pestle, and thanks.
Aye? Ready. I'm here. Aye, what? What you be wanting now? Aye? Might as well.
Done. I'm gone.
Might as well. Ready.
All right.
Alright, so,
Done.
let's see. Looks like as far as this place is concerned, what's left is the Civic Fest Hall.
That is correct. It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out from here.
I'm gone.
Splinter. This towering man's golden skin sparkles slightly, almost as if it were metallic. Whether it's his actual flesh or merely painted on, you cannot tell. He regards you coolly as you approach, giving a respectful bow as you draw near. Welcome to the Civic Fest Hall, traveler. We are Splinter, doorman to the Fest Hall and priest king of Ur. How may we help you? Despite his humble offer of aid, his voice is powerful and commanding, a deep and rumbling sound that resonates throughout the chamber. How can you help me? We do many things in this fine hall, traveler. We answer questions guests might have regarding it or its inhabitants. We direct both visitors and members of the Society of Sensation alike to the sensoriums or lecture halls. We also accept new members into the Society. Lastly, it is through us that purchases from the Society's vaults are made. Spells, items, and such. What lectures are there to attend? The Fest Hall's current speakers include Death's Advocate, who speaks of death and what follows it, Geisis the Crooked, who speaks of the Blood War, and Three Planes Aligned, who speaks of the power of alignment and belief. Assuming they are currently here and well, we could direct you to one of their lectures at any time. I had a question about something else. We would be pleased to answer what questions we can, so long as they pertain to the Fest Hall or the Society of Sensation. Never mind, actually. Farewell. All right. I'll leave it there for now and quit the game.
We've had a good night so far. We got a lot done, and honestly, that brothel area was something else. I don't know how to
Yeah,
describe it.
go on.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I did really enjoy the brothel. Like it, there was a certain feeling of warmth I felt there that I hadn't really felt anywhere else in the game so far.
Yes, almost inviting might be the word. Warm, inviting. I don't know. And then everybody in there was absolutely well written and so fascinating. No two people were alike, which could have been very easily done there. And everybody had a very distinct role that they played that would get them into the Society of Sensations. One, all bluster and fantastic at throwing insults and trading blows. Of course, the storyteller was my favorite. That was just me. Bye, Charlie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you everybody for coming. Whether you chatted or lurked, like we appreciate your participation, however it may come in, and um, so like I said earlier, we started late today, but generally speaking, we do start at 6 p.m. In Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Time rather. And if for whatever reason I have to cancel, or like one of us has to cancel, or we just can't make it, like I'll make a post on my Twitter, which you can find linked in this channel, along with my YouTube channel, where I post the VODs of these streams. So once again, thank you everybody who came, and we hope you have a good night, and we hope to see you next week.
Good night, everybody.